Hey everyone, welcome back to another one. We've got a little bit of a different video today in the fish room, well, out of the fish room actually. I'm going to jump in the shower in a second, head up to southeast London and grab a group of plecos and a group of CORYDORAS off the guy that's shutting down the tank, and he's actually moving house. Getting them for a great deal, to be fair. There's a couple of zebra plecos in there, looks like a young male and female. There is 4 L136s. There's 2 Bs in there and 2 standard L136. There's a group of gold laser CORYDORAS that actually look really nice, good grade, good size as well. And there was a couple of others. Oh yeah, it was a couple of green phantoms, a couple of vampire plecos, and some other CORYDORAS. So I'm going to head up there now, go grab some lunch and stuff, and see what we can get. Hey guys, just got back. It was an absolute mission. I left at about, I think we left at about 10 to 11, and it's now, I think it's now 4:30 in the afternoon. We got a box of fish. Wish I took a bigger box to bring them back in. We're just going to get these guys open. I'll just swing you around to give you a better look into the box. We're going to get these guys unboxed and get you a closer look at them and get them into their tanks. Some beautiful fish here. I just thought I'd show you a little video of him before I start to acclimate him. So I got my numbers wrong a little bit with the other ones. There was 1 green phantom and 1 vampire pleco, and there was 4 L136s, 2 Bs and 2 basics, 2 zebra plecos, a breeding group of gold laser CORYDORAS, and a breeding group of long fin peppered corys. We're just going to get these guys acclimated over, and then I'll separate them out into their tanks they're going to go in. I haven't forgotten about the rescape of the leopard frog plecos and the snowball tank. It is in the process. I've just been super busy lately with work. But yeah, let's get these guys over into their new tanks. So we've got the L136 here. You can see the 2 B grades on the left and the 2 basics on the right. Looks like 2 females and a male in there. Yeah, this one's really yellow. That's not just the light either. I haven't got any special lights on or anything like that. That one's crazy yellow. I just thought I'd show you these before I got them off into their tank. They'll be going into this tank here. Jesus, so the glass is terrible in that one, so it looks a bit better from further away actually. They'll be going here. Just minimal decorations in their tank, minimal caves, just to keep a closer eye on them for the next 6 or 7 days. They've come from someone I sort of half know, and yeah, his tanks are pretty clean. I looked at all the other fish thoroughly, and there's nothing on them or nothing to be concerned about. Just a little bit stressed at the moment. So we're going to get these guys in there. We'll come back later on and take another look at them, and there's another 3 or 4 species to get into tanks. So yeah, hope you enjoy it. We're just floating them in the top of the tank like that. You just rest against the glass, just to bring them up to pretty much the same temperature as that tank. Tank is there. There's the albinos on that side. We've actually had a lot of activity with them since I reset their tank maybe a week ago now. Yeah, we've had 2 traps, and the bottom right male is on eggs. I don't want to flash a light in there just because it just sort of encourages them to eat it. Think they're under a bit of attack. Unless they're really sort of seasoned breeders, I never shine a torch in their caves. And the next ones to go into the tank are going to be these long fin pepper CORYDORAS. I pop these into a tank in the storage room. I'll take them through into there now. Just excuse all the washing I've got there. I get them popped in. There's the chameleon whiptails. They're sitting exactly where the food gets dropped. So what I'll do is I'll just take these guys over here, pour a little bit of water out, so we don't need too much of that. That's what we're risky doing. Like this. Take these over to here. Just gonna pop them all in. As you can see, they are pretty big. Some of these females here are absolutely massive. That's a male. Yeah, that female is huge. Looks more like a brocus or something like this. Yeah, that's the peppered corys into their new tank. Got a funny feeling they're going to try and spawn. She looks absolutely packed. She's got to release something, but I'll sort out the rest of what we've got in the fish room waiting. So, what have we got left in this tub now? We've got the beautiful green phantom. It's not a high fin, it's just a normal green phantom. Two lovely zebra plecos, which actually both look like young females to me. From here, might be wrong, you never know. This one here has got potential to be a male in it. But these gold laser corys are absolutely beautiful. And we're going to get them in the same tank as the peppered corys, I think. In actual fact, taking a bit of a closer look at them, these really are a great example of a gold laser cory. To be honest with you, that's how you used to see them when they first came about. Now they've been sort of line bred, if you want to call it that, so badly that people haven't taken out the less colourful ones and stuff like that. They've just left really, really dull examples and let them breed. And I think that most of the gold lasers you find in retail stores and online shops even these days are pretty poor quality, to be fair. It's the hobbyist breeders that you can get the real good looking stuff from, people that know sort of what they're doing. They don't cull fish, they just will selective breed and get rid of the not so good quality fish. But these guys look like a great little group. 2 females and 4 males in there. So we're going to pop these in the same tank as the peppered corys for now. We'll do a big water change later and see if either groups want to spawn. So we're back in the storage room. Added a little bit of that tank water to this tub. Now I'm just going to drain out the water as much of it as I can before I plop it in there. Oh, that was close. That was bloody close. Starting to see if we can get a little glimpse of these guys before they shoot off. There they are. You can really see how bright they are now. There's not any special effects on the camera. Their fins really are just that yellow. These guys are absolutely beautiful gold laser corys. These. I'll say hello straight away. Yeah, they're lovely little fish. I think it was definitely worth the trip up there to get these. I think, now I've been thinking about it, I will put the green phantom and the vampire pleco into the storage tank. I'm just only really trying to keep breeding groups of plecos in the actual fish room. The utility room slash storage room is getting, what date is it? I think it's on the 13th of March. I've got one of my friends coming down to help me put up the 8 new tanks that I've got. I've got 8 180 litre tanks for the storage room, and we're going to try and do them in 2 racks of 4 in there. We're going to try and work it out to be able to do it, but we're not sure if we can because the ceiling's pretty low in there, so we might have to do 3 racks of 3, which would mean I'd have to buy another tank, which is fine. Yeah, I think we'll get these guys in there, and obviously we'll put the zebs in with the other zebs. There's another 2 stunning fish there. Vampire pleco and green phantom, which we're going to head over back to the storage room again. and get these guys into their tank. Probably come back through later, give them all the feed, see how they're doing, see if they're going to feed or not. Here we have it in the storage room for the last time today. Colour's just absolutely pop on that phantom. I don't know what he was feeding this fish actually. I didn't look. It looks like something with a lot of keratin in it for the fish to be this bright. Yeah, let's drain a little bit of the water off and get these over into the tank. I'll add a little bit more friendly bacteria into the tank because when you're adding a load more big fish in there, I added the chameleon whiptails. I don't know, maybe like 4 or 5 days ago, whatever it was now. Oh, look at that green phantom. He's absolutely popping. He was a little bit skinny, if I'm being completely honest, but it's maybe because they're just not as aggressive as the rest of the fish they're in for, not as willing to fight for the food. Yeah, there's both them, and they're both females actually. I don't know why I kept saying him. But yeah, that's the last visit of the storage tank today. We'll get that topped up, and what I will do quickly is just add a little bit of bacteria in the bottle. I like to use Seachem Stability, but there's lots of different ones you can use. My other favourite of mine used to be Fritz. That's that, you see. Put that in the water. Should avoid any spikes in ammonia or nitrite. And I come in tonight and feed them and they all poo. Last but certainly not least, we've got the 2 young zebra plecos. We're going to pop them up into the zebra tank just above me, and I'll do a nice water change from that tank this evening. It's the zebras going into their tank to disappear and never be able to know which was which ever again, because there's a few other young females in there. There's 1 and there's 2. And that zebra's pretty skinny as well, actually, to be fair, that I've got. That one's in very good condition. So what I'll do now is I'll probably turn all the lights off, let everyone calm down, quickly release these 136 out of here. Stunning fish there, absolutely stunning breeding group. Just the 2 136Bs were worth the money that I paid for the whole lot of fish, to be quite honest with you. An absolute steal, and I cannot believe that they were being offered up online for 4 days. The guy was a really nice guy, an Italian guy, and everyone was just wasting his time, which I think is a little bit sort of just a little bit rude. Whereas I deal with selling a lot of fish and stuff like that, and you do get 50% of people are genuinely time wasters, and they are there just to waste your time, to be quite honest with you. But yeah, we'll turn the lights off for a little bit. I might stick in a little bit of feed for them, and we'll come back up. All right, thanks again for joining, everyone. If you liked the video, give it a like, and if you really liked it, you could subscribe. There'll be lots more videos coming up like this. My fish room sometimes gets full with fry that I produce, and then I move all the fry on, and then I get left with lots of spare tanks, and we are expanding into the storage room, utility room. That really will be, I think it'll be a much better fish room than this one once it's done, but it is going to be probably a 8-9 month process to get the whole thing decked out. 1, because of money, and 2, because of time. Obviously time's the golden thing, really. What else can I say? Oh yeah, in 2 weeks I've ordered a lot of material for starting the pond build. Yeah, and that'll be up and going if any of you are going to be interested in that. If it's not your thing, it's not your thing, but But yeah, I think it'll be a good one. Thanks for joining. Take it easy, and I'll see you in the next one.